Hmm. Interesting. So this is Donaldson when he was with the Blue Jays. DeRozan and Laurie also. This is 2016, I think, when they were with the Raptors. I have a picture, but this is your information chat line. Like I'm just learning how to go through my list here and see what I can do. Manage my account. It's not giving me a lot of options here. Okay, so let me go into a few things. So we're going to take a look at let me see it. This is what I see when I'm looking at my YouTube, when I'm looking at my Twitter account. Oh, repost that. Interesting. This is my notifications. I turn you away for a second. Let's see if I can open something up for you guys. Hold on 2 seconds. I think I have it down here. Just give me a few seconds. Nope, I don't have it down here. I can't give you a listing of what I have. Okay, what else can I do here? Oh, right up there. Bautista and Edward Encarnacion. Sports buffs, right? Anyway, that was a little bit about the downstairs here and what entitlements. Supposed to be talking about stocks, stock information, but no one is on. Nobody's on. So let me see here. What else can we talk about? Love to help you out, but I got no questions and I got no answers for you. I don't know what you know. I know Taylor is into risk, but the stocks I deal with are value plays. So some of them come with a bit of risk. Most of them, though, are very safe. Um, Only because the younger you are, the more you have, and the more chances you can take. I try and stay with dividend plays. Um, Dividends give you a bigger bang for your buck, okay? Because you get paid to hold them. If they go up, great, and most of them do, but they don't. They take their time going up, so it's not something you would buy it, make some money, sell it. You buy it to buy more shares because it pays you dividend every month. The reason why I like BTB.UN is because it pays you dividend. It's cheap, roughly. It's expensive when you're looking at the stock analysis. It's expensive. Um, but because of the two properties that they purchased, supposed to give them over $1 billion in equity. And they're hoping that it's going to return uh, a substantial amount every month to both me and you on your returns. So that's why I like BTB. Yeah, it gives you 30 cents on the year, 5 cents per month, or no, 2.25 cents per month. So if you had 15,000 shares, right, you get the idea. It's going to pay you close to 300 to $325 per month. Every month they're going to get $325 from them in their dividends just for holding their stock. That's just buying it. So you don't have to do anything else. You just buy it, forget it. Um, and that's one of the ones I recommend. I can't tell you to buy it. I can just show you where to make your money. Okay, the biggest bang for your buck right now is, I just found it today. I'm trying to get in, but their dividend is $5.97 US. $5.97 per year. And they're cheap, and it pays monthly dividends. So it's right up your alley. And if you were to invest $50,000 US, that would buy you 2,300 shares. 2,300, 3,200. So that's $1,600 a month. You got me? Did you hear that? They have a yield of 58%. Their earnings per share is $8.64. They pay you 50 cents per share every single month. So the share cost to you is $15.45 right now. And then they're going to pay you $5.97. Isn't that amazing? And you just have to hold the stock. And every month you get $1,600. Even if you went and borrowed the $50,000, you had to go borrow the $50,000. Your loan would come out to 820, between 820 to 864, depending on your interest rate. With that being said, half of the money you get to keep it, and once it goes up, you're making money. Now, the way I look at valuations is, if it's making $8.93 or $8.64 per, and it's trading at 15, that's 1.7 times your earnings. Most companies trade at 16 times. That's your market cap. So this company is easily a 10 bagger. That's 10 times your money. Because most of them that offer this, like, to even be closely related, is the banking sector. What do they do? They're into mortgage lending. There's where the risk comes in. They're mortgage lenders. So let's say you, your family, and your friends all want to buy a house. You don't qualify to buy the house because there's too many lenders in the house. Okay? So you can have as many as 5 or 6 people, but as soon as the bank sees that, they sit there and say, whoa, 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 we can't lend you the money. You're all working for McDonald's or Walmart, or I don't know where your money's coming from. Maybe it's coming from Bitcoin. Who knows, right? But they can't lend you the money because of that. So that's when this company comes in and says, we'll lend you the money on a little higher interest rate, might even be lower interest rate than the banks, depending on the qualification. And they have no problem putting 5 or 6, 7, 8, 9 people on the same lending. But you have to understand, when you're on the same lending, and this will make this perfectly clear to you, that means that you're a high risk to having your equity built into the house for the next 10, 15 years before any of you can leave that establishment. So you better know what you're getting yourself into before you take on this venture. That's why the risk comes in. But what they do is, then they give you the mortgage, then they try and sell the mortgage to a banking institution that wouldn't give you the mortgage. Makes sense? So that's how they make their money. They make their money on selling the mortgage off, and they make it in $10,000, $15,000. Now, if the mortgage goes into 2 to 3, 6 months, 7 months, or 8 months, and there's no default, they sell the mortgage for higher rate, getting them more returns on their money. So without your knowledge, your mortgage is going through maybe a major bank that you didn't even know about, but it's under a third party. Okay, so that's how they make their money. Is there risk in it? Absolutely, there's risk. They could default. Someone could default on their mortgage. Okay, then the millionaires that back them up rely on them to get the money back out of their shares and dividends. But it doesn't happen very often. Actually, it happens less than 1 to 2%. So Yeah, it happens if it's on a bigger scale, like we had back in 2008 with the housing collapse. When but that's when the houses got outrageous in pricing, $750,000. They lend it out to a person that only makes $8 an hour. Give me a break. The guy says, "Oh, for the first 6 months, I had no problem, but it's a subprime mortgage, and they got you under a fiscal saying that, yeah, you do know that your mortgage is going up in 6 months." No, I didn't know. And then it tripled in value. It went up 3 times. Well, how do you think you're going to pay off a $500,000 house? Like the math just doesn't add up. But that's where they get the subprime lendings from. And you know who the president at that time was, right? Yeah, G.W. Bush Jr. That's right. He let the bankings run the show and give people subprime mortgages. And everybody's like, "Ooh, subprime mortgages. That's awesome. I get to get into a house of my dreams um, for $700 a month or $600 a month. Sweet deal. That's a sweet deal." 6 to 9 months later, you can't afford it because the mortgage subprime lending rate went to 18, $1,900, and then it's going up again in another 6 months to 24 to 2,500 a month. You got to read the bottom line on these things. Anyway, uh,
YouTube Kids.
why YouTube Kids? Is
Yes.
that why? Okay, so I got to end the stream.
But don't.
Not yet.
Okay, and